Hello, and welcome to Why I Wrote It. I'm your host, Jay Filson, and today we are joined by Mr. Dan Wilson, co-writer of the wildly popular song 35, artist Jay Filson. Dan, thanks for being with us today.
Of course, I'm honored to be here.
It's great to have you. So let's get right into it. Want to give people a little behind the scenes in this song. I just looked at my phone, and I have a voice memo from the day we wrote it, June 17th, 2019.
Wow.
What a world.
Before the world shut down.
I want to just play a little clip and see what it sounds like, because it sounds different than the final version.
If you were old, you would say I was young and that I had plenty of time. I wish I could believe you, but it's sure flying by.
Anyways, it's kind of fun to look back on that day.
Yeah.
So the reason that I wanted to write this song is because I was just having a lot of these feelings as someone in my late 20s of this impending doom of turning 30 and then like a day later being 35 and all the things I thought I would have figured out in my life by that time.
Yep.
I wouldn't be able, I just would have none of it. So as like a single dude, not married, in his late 20s, that's how I relate to the song. But I'm curious, you, a couple years older than me, married, beautiful wife, you recently became a father to a beautiful daughter.
Thank you.
So someone who's in like a little bit of a different position than me, how are you able to still relate to the song?
Yeah, this song, when you brought up the idea initially, obviously the number intrigued me just because I'm a little closer to that age than you are, not there yet. But I think this song's just about expectations and that we put on ourselves. It's so easy to play the comparison game with other people that are at your same station in life. Like they feel farther along than you or whatever the case may be. And I feel like no matter what age or how old you are, everybody can relate to that. Kind of, we put these unrealistic expectations on us, and I think everybody can relate to that struggle no matter how old you are. So that's what drew me to the song, and it's easy to relate to it.
Sure. I know that I was starting to get self-conscious when the song was about to come out, that people, depending on their age, were going to feel like it's really silly that some kid is like whining about turning 30. And I'm finding that whatever your age is, people are finding different ways to relate to it. And it seems like people that are older than me are thinking back to a time when they were my age and being like, oh yeah, I do remember those feelings. But for me, it feels very real. I'm curious if there's a particular line in the song that is maybe your favorite or that sticks out the most to you.
Yeah. For me, it's definitely the first line of the chorus. If you were older, you'd say I was young and that I've got plenty of time. No matter how true that may be, because it usually is true, right? But you still feel the struggle, you know, like you still feel the whatever it is that you're worried about. You know, you still feel that struggle. And people that are older and wiser than you are probably right that we shouldn't worry about those things. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't change the fact that you're still going through that struggle.
Yeah. No, I love that line as well because it's just so real. I think my favorite, and this is a theme on the show, is the saddest line in the song, which I think is the first line of the second verse. Will I ever have a family or even fall in love? Will I ever give my parents some grandkids to watch grow up? And I just, when my family like hears that song, it just makes them sad.
Yeah.
But
so
my sister is about to have a baby, so my parents are going to be grandparents. Well, that's the song 35 for the most part, and I just want to say thanks for writing with me. It would not have turned out the same way if it wasn't for you. You are a champion songwriter, and I salute you, and thank you so much for being on the show. You'll always be a friend of the show. Well, come back anytime.
I would love to come back.
Well, guys, before we go, I just want to say, no matter what your age, you are beautiful, and you are worthy of love. Thanks for watching. See ya on the next episode.